honest. They're too smooth. They almost look plain. You need to get some spiky ones, mate. Your shield looks nice.
Yeah.
The tank I was just playing with, it wasn't the best looking shield. There was just something about it. It was just kind of like a plain golden sort of sphere. It looked kind of quite cool. Or disc, not sphere.
Oh, cool.
It looked nice, but up close you could sort of tell it was pretty basic. There was no textures on it or anything. He must have had a bloody shed ton of armour on it though, because nothing could put a dent in him until he started doing silly things. You remind me of some sort of like crash test dude. You look like you should be in a goblin rocket, mate. With your helmet on.
I've unlocked the Zolfiarak, but only just on level 44 bottom end.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend main tanking that just yet, dude. The
I'll
guy we just played it with knew it inside out, absolutely inside out. There was like no hesitation at whatsoever.
At least he's had a lot of characters.
It. I bet he has, man. He was just mind blowing to play with.
I'm sorry, I'm just not that good, but you'll have to put up with me.
Well, you will be one day, mate.
I doubt it.
It's only a case of learning the way to go, innit? I couldn't even walk you back through it, Ben.
I'm not very
that's what
good
I'm
with
saying.
using my skills now, am I?
So the problem is, it's literally go in, everyone grabs the quests if they need them, then bang, you're off, and I'm watching health bars, you know, I'm trying to look at where everybody's standing. For the first couple of 3 runs, I don't really get to learn the instance.
Yeah, same. They just attack things, and I'm focused on every mob in the room, every person in the room.
Yeah. It's like you're putting out a fire, isn't it? It's just constantly putting out small fires and then sort of winging it. It's once you're in like the sort of 7th, 8th plus time, you start thinking, oh right, yeah, this is a better way of doing it, and you start making up your own little tactics.
Right,
dude, I'm easy. Do you want to do
Start home.
What's your guild reputation, Ben?
How'd you check?
Just go to the guild icon on the hot menu bar. Looks like a little sort of shield. Or press J.
That's guild.
And if you go to the guild tab far left, at the very bottom, it should say guild reputation.
My guild reputation is 2,347.
Same here, mate. Exactly the same.
Really?
So we obviously only earn it when we're in a party, don't we?
Yeah.
Which makes sense. See, this is something that, oh my god, it would have caused some serious rows when we used to play it, because you can actually, in the guild, you can see who's looted what. And we knew for a fact. Did you ever have dragon kill points, man? Remember DKP?
No.
You never used DKP? Oh man, you want to seriously YouTube DKP. There's some funny videos out there about that. It was basically a scoring system to determine who got what loot in a raid.
Oh, right.
So you kind of earned DKP by actually participating regularly in raids, and you kind of built them up, and you could in essence purchase the big drops. Oh my god, it was so open to abuse, dude. It was the most horrific system, but it was the only thing that you had at the time. So every single guild that was, you know, end game raiding used to use the DKP system. Oh, it was brutal, man. It was absolutely brutal. People just so lied their teeth off.
What do you mean, how could they lie?
Oh, we even had people, like, because obviously someone would be allocated to keep a record of all the points, so you'd earn X number of DKP for say, for example, for participating, and then you could bid using your DKP on drops. So what it basically meant was that someone in the guild was actually responsible for keeping a tally of everyone's DKP points, and people would actually go back on the live Google document as far as, you know, 6 months back to fiddle DKP points, and there was no way of tracking it, you know, unless you actually kept an individual tally on your own personal DKP points, which people never could be asked to do. Then the whole system was corrupt as hell, man. All you needed was a few people in the guild who were scamming it, and that was it. Game over. What's that beast like with all of the dungs? The game's overwhelming, Beast. I made a very conscious decision early on in the game to stop worrying about what was going to happen and just sort of enjoy it as I go through it. I'm not going to worry about end-game builds and talents and gear. Just, plod away, enjoy the instances.
We'll get there and realise we've messed up really badly.
Well, this is it though, Ben. You can't, can you? There's no skill trees, there's nothing.
I guess not.
I don't see how you can mess up a WoW character anymore. Oh, dungeons. Oh, right. When you said dungs, I didn't realise you meant... I was thinking what you want about. Dungeons equal dungs. Got you, dude. Ben, do you want to queue then, mate?
No, just give me a couple of minutes, mate.
Alright.
Still setting up. I
don't suppose, Beastnock, you know where the transmogrification person is, do you, in Ogrimmar?
Can I ask you, dude, as I've gone protection, could I still go DPS and not... In a dungeon, could I still go DPS?
Yeah, of course you can.
Although I'm a protection tank. I don't want to be pulling aggro too much, though.
Well, you won't as long as you don't use your big aggro pulling skills. But
yeah,
I suppose that's the point.
Most damage.
Exactly, that's the problem, isn't it? You kind of. It's like me, mate. I can't solo grind particularly well. Whereas if I was a Shadow Priest, my DPS, it's never going to top the charts, but at the same time, it's not bad.
It's just
you can't be
nice
both.
To know that I could have a break from tanking, like.
No, dude. Can't see that happening. Not as we get higher level.
But I could just go.
Apparently, if you got something called battle stance, B Snipe is saying. Just go
I do.
Just use battle stance instead.
Okay. Oh yeah.
So technically, yes, you can, but obviously you're not going to be as effective as what I'd say. Is it a Fury?
Fury Warrior.
Arms Warrior, Fury Warrior. I can't remember what they're called. I am just locked into watching health bars, but I must admit I'm quite enjoying it, mate. I love my rogue and I love the DPS. I love my tank.
Do I use the Berserker stance or the battle stance?
Battle stance, B Snipe said. He's saying at low levels, protection, which is obviously what you are, does more damage than arms and fury. That's what we were saying, wasn't it? You'll start noticing that levelling off. At end game, arms and fury does a lot more. Just join us DPS if you don't want to do it, man. We've played quite a few instances where we've had, well, mind you, I suppose they have been Fury. Right, are you ready? Oh.
Wait a minute.
Well, you said 2 minutes. What are you doing now?
Jumping on you.
Oh, that's nice.
You and your bloody levitate.
I love it.
Alright, dude, set me up for tank then, or do an instance.
Ooh, Strathholm and Diamol, or do you just want to do Diamol?
We'll go for that Strathholm, or whatever.
Okie dokie. Oh right, yeah, but yeah, I was aware of that beast. Not yeah. I think I've seen that transmogrification thing on there. Remember to be in defensive stance. Ben, I'm assuming that's
Yeah, I am. I
what
didn't
you're in
change.
normally anyway, aren't you?
Yeah.
So focus. Who we got then? We've got a warlock, we've got a druid, or a bit of extra healing possibly, and a shaman. Or is a balanced druid. Like I know what that is. Straight down in front of you, dude. Ooh. I find this place a bit of a rabbit warren as well. It doesn't help, like you said last time, Ben, it's so dark in here.
Yeah.
By the way, healing gets more fun at later levels. Well, that, oh yeah, that's, to be honest, Beast, I quite enjoy it now anyway, so if it keeps getting better, I'll be a happy chicken. I did actually have a tank say thank you twice last night, which was a pleasure. I think he did a couple of bad pulls and sort of realised. We had one today that did fully apologise for screwing up to everyone. It happens. Cool, blimey. I need to keep shields on every bugger here. Just saying, you're a really good healer for the first time. I read that as in, there's a lot of room for improvement then, Beast Type. Cheers, man. We'll get there, we'll get there. I must admit, there is a lot to learn, isn't there? There must be a big difference between these guys who are doing these big end raid things, you know, world first and all that. They must know their goddamn, not only their own characters inside out, but, you know, how the whole synergy between all the different classes works. You know, I mean, I just don't know the mechanics of, say, for example, a hunter, even though I played a hunter to level 60. You know, it's a long time ago, and I can't remember how it all works and what skills they've got. Wow, what the hell?
Oh god.
Yeah, I'm struggling a bit here, dude. Bring out the big guns.